Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Ultimate General American Revolution. This is a game that you can find on Steam for about 50 bucks or so. I myself got it for about 40 bucks because I own the other Ultimate General games and got a discount for it. It is early access, so everything that you're about to see is subject to change, and I've got about 2 hours of playtime right now, so this is going to be more first impressions. There's still a lot more of the game that I need to learn and to discover. So, Ultimate General Civil War is one of my favorite games. I played a lot of it. I downloaded a lot of mods, and I just it's addictive in the way that it just presents itself. Like combat is addictive, but in between each combat is the ability to hire more troops and to get more guns and assign those guns to different troops, and then maintain an army with reputation and stuff like that. So like there's actually a management side to Ultimate General Civil War as well. This game takes that one step up in the sense that there's a world map. Like you can actually move units around, you can construct buildings in the cities that you have under your control. So if you've played like a Total War game, you'll be familiar with the idea of moving troops around this large map and then building structures in the towns that you inhabit. So it's kind of like that. But of course, like in the previous games, you can actually zoom in and control battles like you would in the previous Ultimate General games. And there's also a little bit of Hearts of Iron 4 in there, in the sense that when you're producing something, the interface looks very similar, and you'll see how much resources are needed to produce muskets and ships and different things like that. I'll get more into that in a second, but for right now, let's take a look at what you can do in the menu here. There's campaign, skirmish battles, custom battle, tutorial videos, and options. Under the options, just pause if you want to see any of this in greater detail. General video settings, sound settings, gameplay settings. The rest are just control keybinds, so there's that. The campaign, you just click on that and you go through a series of questions, and that will determine what attributes your general starts at. So it's similar to the other ones in that sense. Skirmish battles are preset battles that were already created for you. You just go in there and fight. Custom battles, each side gets a point, like a total point spending resource cap, whatever. And as you add generals and as you add militia and the like to these regiments, these points go down. So it's kind of a way to keep things balanced. You can also choose what guns or what weapons, what artillery gets assigned to each one, or you can have the computer automatically generate that for you. There's a button for auto here. You can also start with a fortification if you want. There's fort, fortress, and stockage. So you can actually spend some points to give yourself a nice defensive posture, which is kind of cool. But again, if you just hit auto, the computer will automatically create these armies for you. You can be US, Britain. Let me go back because I don't think there's a clear button. There's USA, Britain, France, and Spain. These are the countries that you can be. There's also land battle and naval battle. So you can even customize your naval battles as well. I have not tried naval battles yet. I have played Ultimate Admiral, I think it was, briefly. I didn't care for that one as much as Ultimate General Civil War. It just seemed a bit more janky. But yeah, you can be both. You can do both land and naval battles in this game, and you can try them out in this custom battles area. What I am going to do now is load my previous game. So, and again, I've got about 2 hours of playtime on this. I have not seen everything that the game has to offer. But that being said, there's still a bit of a learning curve here, and this is probably one of the most complex Ultimate General games I've seen to date. So again, this is the map that you're given in the beginning of the game, and you only have access to I had three towns. I had Hartford over here. I don't know how to pronounce that. Leicester, whatever. And then you got Portsmouth. Those are the ones I had under my control. But you can actually, with your general and armies, you can send them out and capture other locations. If you actually click on a particular town, this is in Massachusetts, for example, there's little build slots. So you can build things like recruiting houses, carpenter shops, stables, schoolhouses, printing presses, warehouses, merchant stalls, and that gives you different buffs. And you spend golden resources to build these things. And again, you can do that in any town that you have under your control. So that's a bit different than the other Ultimate General games that I remember playing. And over time, population will increase in these towns. Armies will be supported and replenished. So there's actually a real time element to this. In the bottom right, there's real time controls. So you can pause the game. You can also fast forward if you want to. There's some quick filters down here for what supply looks like, mining resources, region missions, and so on. This is just the Massachusetts, Connecticut, Rhode Island, New Hampshire area to start, and I'm assuming it branches from there, but I haven't gotten that far yet. My goal today is just to show you around a little bit and show you what the game is like. So in the upper left, you've got reputation. That's how many stars you have. You get reputation by inflicting casualties, expanding territory, quests, and then you lose reputation by suffering casualties, losing territory, and getting penalties from quests. So there's different things there. And then the next button over is construction management. This is where Hearts of Iron 4 start trickling in. There's a certain number of like build slots for construction. So you can build, say, a mine here or army up. You can build like agricultural production in certain locations. Green is like there's nothing there. Yellow means it's almost full. Red, it means it's full. So yeah, like this is where Hearts of Iron 4 comes into play. This whole construction map kind of thing. Then you've just got a list of all the different cities under your control and their current loyalty towards you versus Britain. Again, American Revolution. Production management. Again, we've got a little bit of Hearts of Iron in here in the sense that you choose something to construct and then it gets added over here and you can see how many resources it needs, what the priority is via this red bar, and so on. So yeah, you can actually, again, via Hearts of Iron, sort of just uh, build and produce things that way for this map. And then your market, you can buy and sell. You have to unlock these things though. Army management here, there's garrisons, regiments, ports, ships, prisoners. Management of the colonies, like you can add specific developments. You can add doctrines. Again, I feel like this developer loves Hearts of Iron. A lot of these things are in Hearts of Iron, and I'm just gonna say that a lot. I'm sorry, but it's true. So yeah, you can sort of manage things from here as well. So there's a lot to do. And then there's a headquarters. You eventually unlock this. You start with your commander-in-chief, and then through your commander-in-chief, you unlock other departments like Chief Intelligence, Artillery Chief, Quartermaster Chief, Chief Engineer, and Chief of Navy. And then that will allow you to adjust various aspects of your faction, and you can even start researching new things through them. And even this factory icon that is Hearts of Iron. I'm sorry, but that's the same icon from Hearts of Iron 4. Sorry, I'm just used to that. So it's weird to see, but it's also cool at the same time. So you'll eventually get, generals that you can assign as chiefs, and then you can research things, and you can you can see that there's a research tree associated with that. So yeah, so that's a thing. And then you've got finances, materials, population, specialists, army size, fleet. So there's an army and a fleet that you have to manage as well. And that's typically what I've been able to figure out. I've been moving my armies around, capturing towns. Things happen pretty much automatically. Like if I select an army, and let's just go ahead and move them out. I'm gonna go ahead and fast forward this a bit. And if I look at them on the bottom left, you can actually see that they have provisions, ammunition, morale conditions. On occasions, I'll see supply wagons come out of a city or town and go to these regiments to restock them, as it were. But only if these guys have the available ammo. Like this town has 9 out of 20 ammo. So you're going to be able to produce more ammo. You're going to be able to, trade for it, that kind of thing. And then those supply wagons will go out and resupply your regiments. But yeah, you can go around the environment with these guys and capture towns. Now, what's interesting is there's a fog of war. If there's a guy down here and I activate them, they turn gray. I can give them commands, but I cannot see what they're doing because they're behind a fog of war. My general is the only one here that really reveals that fog of war. So time will still pass and that unit will still do its thing. So if I tell this unit to come up here to where my general is, you won't see them moving, but they're really moving. And then over time, you'll see them just appear and then head toward your general, and then you'll see it in real time at that point because the general has line of sight and has revealed that unit. So that's an interesting thing. If you see a gray unit, like there's a gray unit here, that 261, 6th Connecticut. If I give it orders right now, I won't see what it's doing in real time. I'll have to wait until my general gets in range of it to see what it's doing in real time. So that's an interesting mechanic that, again, I wasn't expecting. I thought even at least towns would have a fog of war reveal of some kind, but now the only one that I can really count on for real-time information is my general. So I'm constantly moving him around and doing things. So that's what that looks like. And when you do battle, like I said, typically it's automatic. Your guys just kind of stand outside the town and shoot at it until one of the other runs away. Now that's the campaign map. Now, let's actually jump into an actual skirmish so you can see what that looks like. I'll go to custom battles. In fact, I don't know if I have a save. It says battle start. Let's load that. I don't know what that is, but we'll find out. I did a custom battle just to see what I could do with it, and it's actually quite fun. Okay, so, okay, yeah, so I was actually attacking Providence with this. So let's just fast forward real quick. Yeah, so that's what that looks like. And if I click on them, I don't know if I can actually take control of the battle. I can, okay. This might be a good chance to see that. And the battles in this game are, at least the real-time strategy parts, are very similar to the other ones. You're able to draw like arrows on your map and tell people where to go. There's also a cover system. I'm going to go ahead and rotate the camera this way. I always face it north so I can see what's going on. So there's the blue flag there. I'm guessing the enemy is... I don't know where the enemy is. Maybe that's them? I don't know. Start battle. Yeah, so it looks like they're exhausted already, and yeah, I don't know where the enemy is. Let's just fast forward and let them come to us. There they are. Okay, so yeah, and troops can level up, by the way, like in the previous games, and you can assign perks to them as well. There's cones that they can see, and there's friendly fire. There's the ability to attack them and hit them from the sides, they take more damage, that kind of thing. I can draw a unit and have them come around this way. I can draw this unit, or try to, there we go. Draw this unit, come around from behind. And units typically have 3 stats. There's cover, morale, and condition. You're trying to keep them all nice and full if at all possible. Yeah, so that's what that looks like. I mean... Obviously, the bigger battles are a bit more exciting than this, but that's typically what you're going to get with this. It's very strategic and addicting in the way it plays. And again, what you're trying to do in these battles is hit them from the side. It's all about position with this game. And each side, you know, the U.S. and the Brits, they have different strengths and weaknesses. You know, the British are well trained, for example, but their numbers aren't as high because they're shipping people from, you know, overseas. Whereas, you know, we've got more numbers, but we're less trained, so that's a thing as well. So we're going to be throwing a lot more numbers at the British to try and compensate for their skill. So it's interesting in the way it plays out, and I'll be really curious to see, you know, the naval side of this once I actually get to it. So a quick first impressions is this. $50 is a bit steep for a new player. Okay? That's in my opinion. If you've never played an Ultimate General game, $50 is a bit steep. My recommendation is get Ultimate General Civil War, which is a great game in its own right. That's probably cheaper at this point, and heck, it's been out for a while. It may even be on sale. You'll have to look. Try that first. If you can stomach the way battles happen in that game, then you'll like this too. It also helps if you've played Hearts of Iron 4 a little bit. If you've played Hearts of Iron 4 and are familiar with, how construction works on the map, for example, that may give you a little edge because there's a lot of similarities between the two games. So my advice is to a new player, Ultimate General Civil War. Try that first. See if you like it. And if you do like it, then consider getting this maybe after a while. I mean, this game is still early access, and Ultimate General Civil War would keep you busy for quite a while. Okay, it'll keep you busy for quite a while. And to be fair, this is still early access, and it's a $50 game. Economy's tight right now. Unless you're Moneybags Magoo and can buy whatever you feel like whenever you feel like. More power to you, buy it. But I'd say new players, Ultimate General Civil War to start. Returning players, you're going to find a lot more here than you did in Ultimate General Civil War. And for that, I do recommend it. In fact, most of you hardcore people already have the game anyway. So this video is more so directed toward the new player. So there you go, folks. That was my first impressions of Ultimate General American Revolution. Great game. Enjoying it so far. It's not without its sound glitches and bugs and different things like that, but so far I'm enjoying it. This is Vince. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all next time. Take care.